Me start now, but me walk about tok now. Tok lo me, every long, me hit the ground, lo yeah. Masini ibin bagrabim. Na mi drin wara nungut. Lowanem. Na lugim, company em kisi money. Rano lo country blowen finish. Em ikon sanjim lo country blowen. Lowanem, em kisi money lowanem up. Nogat, em kisim lo mi. Em ikam still lo mi. Em or semna, lugim na mi bagrab stop. Lowanem neslas. O sa na mi tok now. Blarima, tumbuna ne tete ikam. Tubu ikam ne ikam lo papa na mi begin to same pasin na mi stop it. Innocence. O sa na mi stop rubbish now. O sa na mi inanap lo amamas now. One can tindin lo ogda. Community lo ya, community ya. One can tindin na mi tok ya. And one can. Per bloody one can. Tindin bloody one can. Service no come up. Oh, some no come up. You know straight. Look at me start passing the before. To tag.
Less than 200 kilometres from the northern tip of Australia, Papua New Guinea is home to one of the richest rainforests on Earth. This film reveals the human face of logging in Papua New Guinea. It is the story of the exploitation of people who find themselves forced into dealing with the problems of a world that they never really chose to be a part of in the first place.
Okay. Till the time, all Papa come. So all being come, simo sama wamla pent. Okay, body appointed mo sama, igulo book. Patoki mo sama, so he sign. I'm not ba, all na ba signing. Kano sama, all government ito, all forest office out, all the signing. Miplo, all Papa no sabi.
All me play no sa.
Yes, all no sala education. How only the law line only come. All I make him one. Slow kind. Ko now, me blow pigini now, me blow stop, lick.
Something that.
Me blow no save. Our Papa will make him one something. You go education or come now na. Save or come, I'm all grow now na. You go now, okay, Sunday, company or make him me bagarap.
While under Australian administration, agreements were signed in the 1960s between traditional landowners and the state. Customary landowners gave up rights to the trees on their land.
Send me running. Me put him. Mr. Yambla boy. Me put him to send you go finish. Or me blow running, Mr. I'm the white man by gun. Supply Fred. All dinos are fight before. Because fight is start finish. Or then supply is not fight or back to me play go to Journeyman or no guy. Supply Fred was them or Papa. Somebody miss sign. Okay, you got business or talk no rat. Now buy black money now. Mr. Yamblaman, as not your bottom talk. 1 guinea blue, 50 blue. Or Mama back or in 10 guinea or no 5 guinea. Man power in 10 guinea. Mark money, I'm not beginning. Me by 1 guinea. Or no rat 50 toya. I'm all saying go, business or talk or something. Okay, you black money business. Now back at him 2 now. Katim tuaya sari ne dasa logo wamla samdi ikama ista papa yet me bla sabla phone now tok bin di bla tok bin sia samla go lo skuri gambe tok o wage bagra kisim do ay blay minati bagra din girone amin faro men giran or go samdi ami mi di bla pa min ko ni lo gaut ma ina kon ko lo gati menetia no gat.
Papua New Guinea gained independence from Australia in 1975. In 1990, logging rights were sold to Malaysian interests in a controversial agreement. These original agreements have now expired. However, many subsequent and similar agreements continue to be signed and logging permits issued. Quilla, commonly known as murbu, is the dominant timber species for export. Logs are mainly exported to China, where they are sawn and processed. Over 50% of all Quilla harvested in Papua New Guinea is eventually shipped to Australia. Logging is controlled by the Papua New Guinea Forest Authority, and today all logging in Sundown Province is understood to be undertaken by various Malaysian-owned companies, generally referred to as the company.
Well, I'm here, I'm actually doing the monitoring and inspection of logging that's been carried out in the field. So in this map, what actually is laid out here is just the logging, the current setups that's been put out by the logging crews, the company that's going to do the logging. And these are the green areas of the current logging operations.
The port, it's only come from the place, huh? Fast. The port came from the same village, Fast. So they are local boys employed by the company, and they work for the companies as chainsaw operators.
Chainsaw operators, when they're out in the field, they have to have basic, let's say, earmuffs. They have to know how to use the chainsaw. Operators have to be licensed. So there's no operators out there who actually have no license. That's a requirement. So if you see all these operators here, they actually have to have certificates to be certified that they're actually operators out there, just to make sure that they know their job and there's no accidents that happen out in the field. We don't just get anybody that's out there to hold a chainsaw.
But in reality, operations are crude and operators poorly trained.
In Maka base camp, the main health problems here is especially malaria and diarrhea. Malaria is the common cause, but diarrhea also causes a lot of people I see every day with diarrhea disease. People usually drink and cook using this big river. There's no water tanks. That's why people always use the big river to drink and cook, wash. At the end of that river, there's a company camp, Amana 56 at the end of top of that river. They usually, let's say, dispose the waste, let's say oil and waste of diesel, usually spoil that river. And most people live along that river side. Malaysian people, they live on their own, their own house. They have tanks, proper tanks for cooking and eating, shower. This letter was referred to Health Inspector One Mukrim District Health Services. Complaints were raised during a health talk on cholera during the Integrated Health Patrol in May concerning the inadequate and poor toilet condition in Maka Base Camp and inadequate safe drinking and cooking water. The company workers claim they have been using nearby bush as toilets since the only 2 toilets are enough for the total of 60 families living at Maka Base Camp and its poor condition. I'm therefore forwarding this matter to your office for a proper course of action to address the matter. Thank you. The company have already been notified about the problem, but they've done nothing.
A lot of companies have come in to do logging activities, have taken advantage of the people, the very simpleness of the people, because of their remoteness, because of their probably their literacy levels, their levels of interaction with outside, their understanding of certain things may be just very simple, very simple. You tell me that you're gonna come and cut a tree and pay me money, that's how it's going to be. And I accept it as being that. If you're gonna build a bridge, I assume that you will build a bridge and not destroy the water above which you build the bridge. But of course, that's not necessarily the case.
As the government of Papua New Guinea continues to neglect the needs of its people, they must rely on the empty promises of the company to provide essential services such as health, roads, fresh water and education. Customary landowners continue to be forced into signing documents that they don't understand.
Mi sign tasolo, taso mino sabe lo sambla or paper stuff inside. So this la emi ori kam pusi mi plalo force tasolo tin blongoliet. Ori sabe blongoliet mino ka sawe. Mino sabe lo kipit plon diwai, mino sabe lo beri plon diwai. Na mani bai mi kam osemone mino sabe. Baul pay mi osemone mino sabe. Mino plaman. Mino school lo English. Na mino school of pisin tu sem degree sabe belum lo pisin degree lai tasolong sign belum na mi bianim desla sebe bos ikan pusimi na mi bin sign na mi bianim tintin bloro kongkom taso.
You know, we go into communities and we ask the question of how did you understand what is in the project agreement or in the FMA, and we are told that, oh, nogat, all writing lo talk English, na mi play no save, and all talking mi plata solo sign. Okay, so it's like they come in with English documents, and they just tell us to sign.
This FMA is signed between the PNG Forest Authority company and the landowners. So you have the forest management agreement between Amana Blocks 1 and 2 Forest Management Area. That's Forest Authority and the land groups. That's PNGFA and the land groups. They're all written in English.
It's about ensuring that the people understand that signing on an FMA means that they do no longer have rights to a particular tree, to the kwila on their land. They've now passed it on to the government, who will then go on to find a company who will log the area. And sometimes that's not being done, and that is why people do not understand why a company has moved in with its machines. All they know is, okay, when the company comes in, they bring a bag of money.
Papua New Guinea is one of the few countries in the world that continues to allow the export of raw logs. The World Bank estimates that 70% of all logging in Papua New Guinea is illegal, although most unofficial sources put the rate even higher than that. An estimated 2 to 3 million cubic metres of timber is exported from Papua New Guinea every year. But while logging companies and corrupt politicians get rich, the local people suffer.
Planti pikinini, sampla pikinini go to school. Sampla inogat school fee only stop back in the house. Papa I work nogat awa, nogat money, pikinini ino go good to school, inogat kai kai.
Sampla bolo also give him money kan se molyang tol meri ol give him money sol bribe mo lo sili wante mo tasol give him pikinini ol simbek meri ol go lo place.
Ol go back
Kind of
Malaysia.
nowadays, all young primary all needing money na staff ya. Na time all kung all medicines all kamusa na say money, all just gonna go give him.
Give his skin dollar lol kong si money. Or even sampla work man Mary Blongol because he no got enough pay. Company do buy him good man, lo give him money, lo Mary buy him kai kai or something. So Mary look him no got, I must go back and try way blame lo pain money na kan look out if also pikinini na hindi can mante man them. So some time so kongkong yet also go lo kongkong yet lo kisi money ken na look out him family again. Bien time same time all may go same na sa kama pikinini lo kongkong again.
The only supermarket in Vanimo town is owned by the company. Company workers come from the logging camps to town every fortnight to collect their paycheck. A nation that until recently relied on its forest for food, drink and shelter has become dependent on a diet of rice, tinned fish and beer.
They get this money, they come and shop in same store. The money go back to Malaysian people again. Same money they in company pay them, they go back to Malaysian people.
They come every day to collect tins, only tins. When they see good food, they got it. No goods, they get only tin. Test this, messy. Test them, and then they take it in a bag, ready for the seller to come and buy it. Their parents not enough money to pay school fee, clothes. Some they wear only one clothes, and they usually wisely.
People inside of Rampant province, we are very poor. We are very poor. Antap lo soil belum ipla, antap lo resource belum ipla. Me also want plus citizen from this province. Me looking more and this foreigner, they are making millions of billions. Then, why not make like people of Sundown province yet has been established on this second house? Road belum ipla ino ka kutla, road teses ino kutla. We have our own law for our timber, gold, one and more. But still, we have been deprived by this foreigner. We have been cheated. Eme, planti belum pelasinan. Nakiat na mi plan no ka. No told no ka money. Gaman told no ka money. Then money go where? Where is the money? Money go where? Or resource from me fly go ya? Where is our money? Where is our money?
Agreements continue to be signed and logging permits issued in order to satisfy the world's appetite for tropical timbers. For the people of Papua New Guinea, the struggle continues.
You look at me, it's a place, it's a place of crying. People are crying in there. What am I doing? You don't think about you go stand in Chilabra, you will laugh, brother boss. Let's smile, let's sing out to Chilabra. People are crying in there.